It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and our focus is on the Lions' electric quarterback.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Falcons in this matchup, and this is going to be a heck of a chess match. This offense against a defense that will take no prisoners out there.
It's going to be a big-time battle, and I think that both of these teams have that mindset of, we're going to do what we do and make the other guys react to us. And we've definitely got a couple of headstrong coordinators who won't back down from a challenge. So this will be a battle of wits as much as it'll be a battle of brawn.
Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway from Ford Field. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They'll take that 14 yards on play number one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Right back to Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Back to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 44-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. Leading them out from Texas A&M at quarterback, Kellen Mond.
And when Kellen Mond left College Station, he held most of Texas A&M's passing records, total yards, passing yards, touchdowns, you name it. And then he went to the NFL draft in 2021 on the heels of being the 2021 Senior Bowl MVP. And the Vikings took him in the 3rd round that year. NFL arm strength at his best when he loosens up in the pocket and lets his talents flow.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. It's going to be intercepted. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A.J. Dillon, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs, so a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mon. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. Now a stoppage, and oh boy, we've got Mayfield shaken up on the play. For just a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. For a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The Falcons come in looking for an 11th win on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Now Mon. And that will be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
We often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
36 yards on the punt with no return, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. Touchdown number 22 on the season.
And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So another rushing touchdown for him this year. Boy, he's found the end zone quite a bit so far. Charles, that now an even 20 scores on the season.
And you know how often we use the term, probably I overuse the term, imposing their will? Well, these defenses have become really powerless to stop him. That's what we've seen from him and his team this year. You know he's getting the ball down here in the red zone, but he's just got that strength of will himself, and he's used it to great effect.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
All of a sudden, we've got a new ball game back to level after that interception that he threw on the previous drive led to a touchdown. So we'll see if they can get things right here. 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. Because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. To throw again. Flush to his right, and he'll just get rid of it.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing really in this game.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
On play action, they'll throw. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
So they'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
And Johnson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Bond going to throw it. And it's incomplete. Drop many like that one. 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A first carry for Tyler Algier. And he'll get about 3 out of that up to the 39-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion in a very short.
Maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
Bond looks to throw. And this will be swung out here for counter. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back in.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake, Mon.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Another try after the first down sack.
Mon got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Algier will try to pick it up.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. Down inside the 10. Touchdown!
Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they have taken the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ready.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
That result, really no surprise. It's what we're becoming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return.
And it will be Falcon football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Connor up the middle.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before.
On 4th down, Dom Maggio out to punt.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here.
And a loose football, and the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mond. His pass complete. Out wide to Pitts.
So back-to-back plays, each getting nothing. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, it's Connor. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Another shot now for this Lions offense.
And last time they coughed it up. led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They run behind center with Connor. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
That's out quickly to London.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On the counter, it's Connor. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Mon. Dumps this one off to Algier. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
That was second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Third down from the gun, it's Mon.
And that one goes incomplete on the drive. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
But the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. On 1st down, here's Mon. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. To throw again on 2nd down. Mon got his man complete over the middle. It's Connor.
And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range down just shy of the 20.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
He'll get that one complete to Connor. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A give running right is Connor. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on what ought to be the final act of this first half.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And as they approach halftime, it's the Bears who are out in front. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns thus far. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Deontay Johnson, a touchdown reception. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And their offense has been in top form so far, especially their passing game, as it's helped push them out to this big halftime lead. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there. Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Ready? Third quarter starts with a run from Connor. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 56 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On second, here's Algier. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Connor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's Mond. Screen pass to Connor. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Mond out of the shotgun. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Algier going straight ahead. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called, they are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts,
A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
and the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slow.
now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left.
And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This is Dillon on the counter.
And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense, forcing him.
Mon fumbles it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. And he's going to hook up with his big oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Falcons grab it. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
On the handoff, counter, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Chris Barnes there on the stop.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mon going to throw it. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Holding offense.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now Mon.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Falcons.
De'Ami Brown,
30 yards.
And the Falcons are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's a old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here come the Lions now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 good possessions.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
We'll be singing in the shower post-game.
Koo for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Lions offense set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll make it 2nd down. They'll drop to throw.
They'll set up a screen for Dillon.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is down to 24.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline. And they want to do it with some gusto, too.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Right side to Williams.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Second and 4. Over the middle, it's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Fuller.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
The offense on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll look to throw again. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Still back there. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Bass. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Now Dillon on the inside give. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! Will Fuller from 6 yards away.
And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here's Algier again on second down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Algier with another carry.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Four yards remain for second down. Algier now up the middle.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Mond out of the shotgun. Into the hands of London.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down about the 21-yard line. They only got a couple of cars on that they needed as they convert on 4th. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready?
And they will take a knee here.
Ready.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Atlanta, the win will be number 11 for them on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got Rick Wood out there laying wood. It's funny. I drafted him like in the 4th round a couple of years ago on here. Well, seasons ago. But looks like he might become another 3rd down corner eventually. Robert Connor, let's take a look at his stats. Up to an 88 overall. At 1996 right now. 20 touchdowns. 142.6 yards a game. And then 70 catches, 502 yards. 2 touchdowns. And 37 kick returns for 852 more yards. And then 16 punt returns for 113. So, yeah, he's well on his way. As you can see, downs played because we mix him in more on the receiving. 698 downs played this year. Yeah, all purpose. All purpose. So we'll take a look at where he ranks on the record books, because they have that on here. Let's see. Of course, he's number 1 in the league. That's no brainer. Let's see, league history. Not that one. That's where Denver beat us last year. I think it's in here. Yeah. NFL records. So go to rushing yards in a season. Dickerson, Peterson, Lewis, Sanders, Henry, Davis, Johnson, Simpson, Connor. Oh, and then back in the 2nd year, I remember Williams, I forgot about that, in 1900. 4 yards away from 2000. And then also rushing touchdowns in a season. Priest, Holmes, Alexander, Smith, Riggins, Henry, Harris. Not on the list yet, but he's got 20 right now with 2 games left, I think. Take a look at the overall stats. There's Kellen Mond, 18 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Take a look at his last couple games. Yeah, as you can see, 4 touchdowns, 2. Look at the scoring, too. You see the offense, how good they've been? 6, 9, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions in the last 4 games. So they're clicking. I've cut back on the running with Mond. Not because he can't, but good numbers there. I only run really when I have to. Then we'll take a look at the rushing. We also have Algier with 562 yards. Then we'll go to receiving. London with 62 catches. Connor with 70. And then Kyle Pitts with 38. Probably end up letting Ridley go at the end of the year. Making a lot of money. Need some cap room. Maybe trade. And of course you got the tackles. We picked up Kenneth Murray mid-season to help beef up the run defense. Deion Jones, of course, with 121 tackles. He's still pumping out tackles in his 10th year. I don't know how old he is right now. But 2022 is where we started. That was his best year, 167. So if you look, 167, 149, 115, 140, and 121 tackles. Look at the interceptions. 6, 6, 7, 1, 6. God almighty. Then forced fumbles this year, he's got 5. 3, 3, 1, 3. Touchdowns are probably up. No, they're not up. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. Take a look at the sack leader for the team. It's Ebikadi with 9.5. And then behind him is Lorenzo Carter with 5.5. Graham, 4. Look at the interceptions. Deion Jones with 6. A.J. Terrell with 5. Oliver with 4. Look at Hawkins, 3 for 117 because I had that 105-yard return. Then Murray's got 2 for 50. McKinstry, that other good Kool-Aid, he has 2 on the year. Grant, my other safety, has 2. And actually, McKinstry has the most pass defenses because he gets thrown at a lot because of A.J. Terrell. 6 forced fumbles for Murray. 3 fumble recoveries for Oliver. Look at the fumble yards here. 106 for Jalen Hawkins. That's also the same guy with the 105-yard interception return. Touchdowns. These are defensive touchdowns. 3 for Hawkins. 2 for Ebikadi. 1 for Murray. 1 for Malone. 1 for Terrell. 1 for Grant. 1 for Oliver. 1 for Jones. Actually, we got 3 games left. That's pretty scary. And then Koo doing what he does best. I haven't put many highlights of him, but he's only missed 3 field goals this year. Actually missed an extra point. So, but he's always consistent. There's a look at him. We've had him since 2022, so not bad. Not bad. Extra points. With 3 games left, he's already kicked 57. Look at his kickoff percentage, too. That's another thing. 92 kickoffs. Yeah, auto coup, that's right. 92, 74 touchbacks. All right, last year he had 97, 70 touchbacks. 98, 69 touchbacks. 95, 71. And then in the first year, 52 and 35. I think it was first year. Yep. All right. Punting. Dom Maggio. I know we don't really cover this a lot. 18 punts inside the 20, no touchbacks. And there's a look at him since we've had him here. Only 4 touchbacks out of every punt that he kicked. And as you see, the average has gone up every year as the power's increased. First year, I remember a 76-yard punt we had. But man, he's really helps us out. And then kick returning. Tyron Dixon, that was going to be the next speed merchant, but he just lacks the electricity that Connor has. Punt returning, same. All right, and then we'll take a look at the awards. Yearly awards we got coming up here. Offensive Player of the Year, Robert Connor, is up there right now with Deebo Samuel behind him. Defensive Player of the Year, oh my gosh, look, it's Deion Jones. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Klubnik, I'm not sure who that is. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Michael Williams. Some rookie guy, I have no idea. Quarterback, this guy right here, I don't know who that is, Artie Jones. I bet you he's a real guy. But you remember Desmond Ridder? I actually had him. He was supposed to be my next guy that was going to start at quarterback until I picked up Mond. He starts for the Bucs now that Tom Brady's gone. Best running back is obvious. O-line, I should have a few guys on here. Maybe not. Harrison, that's that guy we got in the first draft of our franchise. Yep. I've actually played him twice, and we've beat the crap out of the Bucs both times, so I think it was a good move to let him go. I'm just saying. Best linebacker, we got Jones and Ebiketie up there. I can't get over the record, though, 11-2-1. I should be 12-2, but I missed a field goal against the Bears that made it a tie. Oliver is the best defensive back. That's funny. He's the third corner. And then you got Terrell. And then you got Hawkins on there, too, at safety. So I don't know why McKinstry's not on there. I should have 4 guys on there. Best kicker. Koo can't get no love. What the heck? Tucker's still on there at like 56 years old. Are you kidding me? God. But that's a look at that. As you can see, the NFL, the defense, yards leader. We are third. Points scored. We are the first in points scored. Points allowed. We're in second. Offensive yardage, not that good. We've came on the last 3 weeks, but defensive yardage is third rank. Take a look at some more rankings there. Yeah, he definitely is Morton Anderson Jr. After the first season, he's been on a new team every year. Every freaking year. I've seen him on the Giants. I've seen him... I can't even think of the other teams. There's been like 3 teams. But here's a look at our defensive rushing yards per game. We're only allowing 85.7. Okay? The only reason we allow so many passing yards is because we shut the run down and we're up by like 15 or 20 most of the time, so they have to pass the ball. The next game is against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. And it's a night game, so it should be a good one. All right, let's look at the defensive rank. Number 3, defensive touchdowns allowed, 26. Sacks, 34. Takeaways, look at that number, 46, man. 46 takeaways. God. And the red zone percentage is up 10% more than what it usually is. We usually are 36. But 46 takeaways. And just to show, let's see, where is our league settings here? We are on All Madden simulation style, okay? I've even adjusted to make it a little more competitive. Let's see here. Where is it at? The gameplay sliders, okay? Fumbles, I put the fumble meter down for us, down to 25, because, man, if you leave it at 50%, there's going to be a fumble every other play. But I've left everything else on us at a 50. The computer, I lowered their fumbles down to 20, their interceptions to 25, which I'm going to bring it down to a 20, because our defense is just crazy right now, and I bet I can even pick off 4 or 5 passes a game, even at that. All right, everything's 50s. Injuries, 23. We'll bump that up to 24. Fatigue at a 54, okay? So the players get tired faster. I think that's it. But yeah, I had somebody asking about if I play on rookie. I doubt they'll even watch this, but, you know, if you're watching this and pass the word along, this is not rookie. I'd hate to see what I could do on rookie. It'd probably be like 6,000 rushing yards in a season. It'd be something crazy. All right, let's see what we got to sign back. Let's go ahead and sign Mariota back, maybe, or let's see. We'll sign him for a year, right? No, we won't, maybe. I think I'll leave him. I bet you I can get him cheaper in the free agency. I'm not going to sign back Willis. I thought about it. Maybe that could be my backup. Maybe that could be my backup. All right, that's something to think about. Probably end up letting Mariota go. I'm not going to sign this guy back, so I'm just going to withdraw the offer. But this right here, let's sign him to a 4-year deal. Let's see if we'll take it. Okay, good. Yeah, Mariota's retirement. He's now pretty much a freaking Super Bowl runner here. We've been in the Super Bowl, all 4 years, 2-2 record. So he's got 2 Super Bowls. He hasn't played. Let's see. Look at his stats. He hasn't played in a little bit over 2 years now? And that year right there, we got beat. It was like 50-15. And ever since then, he hasn't played a game. Not because he's bad, but just the offense didn't gel the same. And then Mond, he came in and done a real good job. But he did get Connor. So, but yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna. Although he is a mentor, so it might be good to sign him. Although I don't think Kellen Mond needs a mentor anymore. He's kind of. I'm pretty sure. Let's go check his age. He should be good now. I think he's like. Well, he might be like 29. I don't think he needs a mentor anymore. No, he's 27. So look at the... Yeah, he doesn't need a mentor. So he's the captain. We're going to stick with him. I mean, honestly, I could sit here and get, I bet, a good 4 or 5 more years out of him. So we'll leave it at that. Ranked number 47th ranked quarterback. Number 47 ranked quarterback. And he's been to the Super Bowl 3 times. Okay? Been to the Super Bowl 3 times. But he's the 47th ranked. And he's completing over 70% of his passes. I'm hopeful we can get about 25, 27 touchdown passes out of him. I really want him to do good. And then as he ages, we'll have to find another young quarterback. That's all there is to it. Here's a look at the lineups. All right, I got a replacement for Matthews. I actually got 2 tackles. This guy right here is probably end up starting next year. 6'4", 270 out of Texas A&M, P.J. Williams. Hey, you never know. Maybe Connor. That would be very interesting. We'll just run the damn Wildcat formation the whole game. We'll play patty ball. Patty ball for, 48 minutes. That would be cool, wouldn't it? You know, now that we joke about that, that's not a bad idea. I wonder what his rating would be. I don't think it has its ratings right here, but I'm going to show you anyway. 98 speed, 98 acceleration, 96 agility, 95 carry. All right, ball carrier vision's up to 75. Chains of direction, look at that, 99. A spin move of 94 and a juke move of 82. His catching is up to a 79. Catching traffic is 72. Remember, he was a wide receiver before we turned him into a running back. So, spectacular catch is a 74. Also has a 99 injury, so basically he will never get hurt. A 90 stamina and a 84 toughness. I mean, seriously. You know? Go ahead and cut that up into a video, actually. if you want to take a look at it, brother. I don't know if you can really cut that up into a short or not, though, because, you know, the short cuts out like half the screen, so. But I'm going to upload it. I'm hopeful. I really think that, man, we could turn this guy into like a 99. No joke. It's taken a little bit longer than I had thought. Well, no, it actually hasn't, though. 88's really freaking good. That should make him probably a, what do you call it? It should be about a 90, I'd say a 93 to a 95 by the end of the season, at least. See if he's got any awards or anything. Pretty sure he has. Yeah, Pro Bowl, Offensive Player of the Week, league leader in rushing last year. All from an undrafted free agent out of Oregon. But all right, I'm going to hop off here and go ahead and cut the videos. We'll see you later. Take it easy, man.